Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In our last episode, we started a new career and done couple of missions, which get us science and some of the parts. So today we are going to continue. First, let's check what kind of contracts we have, and we have quite a few. So let's see what we can do here. There are contracts to ferry VIPs, there are contracts to test parts, and some other things. So let's take the contract to test the parts, which is very good, because that will unlock the part without actually doing the research, but only for the duration of the contract. So what we are going to do now, we are going to take the contract to test the very small solid rocket booster, and let's throw together a rocket. Not really a rocket, we already done this, so let's quickly do this thing. Let's check the staging, let's save it, and let's launch. Why we're doing this? Purely because of the contract. And we are off. Let's also delete all these notifications we got from the last missions and contracts. And let's time accelerate until we hit 4.5 kilometers and fall back to the ground. Of course, it's not going to bring us much. So let's open the parachute. And oops. Well, Jebediah survived. That means that contract is fulfilled. Let's get him for EVA. And we still can't place flags. That is bad, but that's okay. So let's get him back to the capsule. And port and recover. Alrighty. So we done some science. Not very much. But we also have some other science, and in grand total we have 15. Not enough. Okay, so let's see what else can we do. There are 2 contracts to check other parts, namely stability enhancer and one of the small liquid fuel engines. So we want to have both of those, but we can't. We can have only one. So let's see what can we do with this. We can orbit the Kerbal and set couple of the records. So let's quickly throw something together. And this is at 4 times acceleration. And as you can understand now, I'm doing this all in post commentary. Why? Because it is much easier. So let's throw together this small rocket. And what's that orange button? Oh, we are over the part limit. So what we need to do is we need to do some upgrades. First of all, let's upgrade the launch pad. And while we're at it, let's also upgrade the astronaut complex, because it will allow us to go on EVA in space, and that is very important for science. And while we're at it, let's upgrade the mission control, because that will allow us to take more contracts. So let's go in and let's take this and this contract, because it will get us 2 new parts, and we love new parts. I was also contemplating to take one of the VIP contracts, but then I decided that nah, not worth it at the moment, because we don't have a multiple crew capsule, so we will have a little bit of an issue. Okay, so once we have this new part, the stability enhancer, let's put it on the rocket to make it more stable on the launch pad. Let's fix the staging again, Let's rename it to Fly. Save. And yeah, let's move the liquid fuel engine to the stage 1 so that it fires at the same time as the rocket. And 4 times acceleration again. Pretty standard launch, except small stability issue in the beginning, which we could fix. And we are following the standard ascent profile. So going up, then doing the gravity turn to approximately 45 degrees to the horizon, waiting until our apoapsis, reaches more than 70 kilometers, then cut our thrust and coast to the apoapsis, where we will perform the burn that will circularize our orbit. And while we're doing that, we can also get some signs. And of course, here I realized that I forgot a couple of very important things on this rocket. The Mystery Goo, the Science Junior, and the trusty Kerbal engineer. But that's okay. So let's do more science. Just by doing the EVA in different biomes, we hope to get at least 3 or 4. So we got the grasslands, got the water. Now let's see if we can get something else. I think we got highlands. Now let's time accelerate a little bit more. And somewhere here, or no, not here. Somewhere around the globe. Yes, right here. We got the mountains and the desert. Okay. Time to perform our deorbiting burn. And we are going to try to land as close to the Kerbal Space Center as we can. So let's do that. The plan is that we are going to get as low as we can without crashing or burning up in the atmosphere. And while we are doing that, we were trying to get some more signs, almost losing Jebediah in the process. So, when we are going to fly directly over the Kerbal Space Center, we are going to use the rest of our fuel, because we still have some, to lower our speed as much as we can, and hopefully that will end with us getting somewhere close to the Kerbal Space Center and not burning up in the higher atmosphere, or actually the lower atmosphere, because the higher atmosphere is not as dense and doesn't produce as much heat. So here we are approaching the Kerbal Space Center. We're starting to heat up, so let's fire our engine. And we're slowing down to approximately 1.5 kilometers per second. That is good. Let's drop our fuel tank. And let's continue. So our speed is falling not as rapidly as I would like, but that is okay. We are of course overshooting the Kerbal Space Center, but that's again okay if we are not going to die. And it looks like the firestorm is subsiding and the speed is reasonable now, just a bit over the speed of sound, and now lower than speed of sound. So we are 2 kilometers. Let's use the parachute. And we successfully splashed down. Hooray! Our first orbital mission is complete. Let's recover our vessel and see what we got. We got 62 signs, bringing us to total 90. We got a lot of funds, and Jebediah got experience level. What does that mean? He can now hold prograde and retrograde markers on the navball, helping us in navigation. Awesome. So let's see what can we get in the contracts for the future mission. We can explore the moon, or we can fly by the moon. So exploration means orbiting and landing and getting some science, and flyby means, well, flyby. So let's take the flyby first. I'm not really sure I can do the orbiting stuff and landing. So let's see. We got more science. So let's take these two nodes for the control and more science, because those are most important to us right now. Let's take them. And that will be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we are going to fly to the moon. As one of my favorite characters said, we chose to go to the moon not because it's hard, but because it's very easy. But all of that will happen in the next episode. Until then, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye!